Good evening. We present the news summary. The Public Health Commissioner, Dr. Jude Gideon, says that whilst the number of positive COVID-19 cases in the country remains high, there is a downward trend in community transmission. During the health press conference this afternoon, Dr. Gideon indicated that for this month, the rate of reinfection of COVID-19 is higher than last year, when there was the surge in active cases due to the Delta variant. He also expressed concern at the rate of infection amongst health professionals, which might impact on the delivery of health services.
The total number of COVID-19 positive cases in Seychelles presently, on record, the number of active cases are 5,260, spread over several islands, but mainly Mahé, Praslin, and Ladig. The rate of infection on Praslin and Ladig is quite high compared to their population. We are not 100% certain that we will not reach another peak, but the tendency so far, you'll find that the trend is a definitive downward trend, the 7-day rolling average. The majority of the new cases or the active cases are among the youth, young persons, and children as well. But in spite of this fact, we find that the older age group are the ones who are succumbing more to complications, long admissions, and even death, sadly. And for January, we have registered 8 persons have passed so far. We are reviewing data for 2 more to see if they constitute a COVID death. It is also a fact that the large majority of people who passed with COVID have not been vaccinated at all or had received only 1 dose of the vaccine. They are not fully covered. The science is still telling us that vaccine has a high importance in preventing complications and death.
Despite an increase in COVID-19 cases and an increase in the inflation rate globally, the economy of Seychelles is stable. The governor of the central bank, Caroline Abel, says the major concern is the prediction that inflation globally could be higher than last year, and this will have consequences on the economy of the country.
As we have observed early this year, with the increase in cases related to the pandemic, this has affected the labor market significantly because a lot of individuals had to be staying home in light of the health concerns, and this has affected across the economy, businesses, government, and especially businesses that needs to do face-to-face transaction. In light of that, the central bank is calling that we accelerate the digital economy agenda, because this is going to be critical in making the economy resilient, because with the health crisis, we can, through technology, continue business working virtually, and this should help the economy to perform better despite being in a pandemic situation. And if we are listening closely to what WHO is telling us, the pandemic is going to be with us for a while. So in light of that, our expectation is that we move faster on the digital economy agenda.
Another accused in the trafficking of illegal drugs and human trafficking case is now free of all charges against him. The Supreme Court this morning accepted the prosecution's request to withdraw charges against the man after having reached conditional agreement with the Office of the Attorney General. 2 weeks ago, charges were also dropped against another man in the same case. Now only 3 out of the 5 men originally accused of drug and human trafficking are still in custody. 11 men of Iranian nationality also remain in custody for the human trafficking charges. They will appear in court again on the 27th of January to plea on the charges against them. President Wavel Ramkalawan has condemned the recent drone attacks on Abu Dhabi International Airport, resulting in loss of lives and injuries to innocent civilians. on a visit to the United Arab Emirates, where he is participating in the Abu Dhabi Sustainable Week Summit 2022. He says Seychelles stands in solidarity with the UAE, with which it shares very close and fraternal relations. He declared that Seychelles rejects terrorism in all its form and that all must unite in fighting against terrorism. And this was a news summary. Thank you for your attention.